Hi there, Phil here from Radio.co, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you just how easy it can be to schedule in automated top-of-hour news bulletins. So where you need to go here on your account is to the media section, and then you want to click on the news tab, which is across the top, or you can access it from the left-hand side. So click on news. Now, to give you an overview, what this feature allows you to do is to automate the broadcasting of a news bulletin. Now, it has to be a certain kind of format for the news bulletin, which I'll explain in a moment, but this just means it allows the automated fading in and fading out of some news headlines that you may want to introduce your audience to. And you can decide how often it plays and whether it plays all day, every day or not, or again, what days of the week. So the first step, of course, is turning it on, and that's the first option here. On. Great. Okay, so whatever changes I make now, the news bulletin is going to play. So the first order of business is actually building the bulletin. And what that means is, are you going to build this as a news package, or are you purely using it as just simply the headlines in and out? So the news source is the most important thing. So I'm going to click on that first. Now, we don't provide news sources for you to use. You must go out and seek a news source that you are happy to use. There is one in particular that we recommend using called Feature Story News. And that is because that particular format that they offer their news in is compatible with our feature. Now, what I mean by it being compatible is that it must be an MP3 URL. The stream, the format of news that you are receiving from this news provider must be a HTTPS MP3 stream. There's an example in here. It's very faint, but you can see an example of what one may look like. So Feature Story News, for example, provide them. Others do as well. It mustn't be an MP3 file. It must be an MP3 stream. And the reason for that is because what will happen is the news provider will give you this URL for you to copy and paste into a platform like here. And what they will do is every time they're recording the latest headlines, they simply overwrite that feed and it's then transmitted. It's like when you upload a podcast and then it's distributed to directories. It's similar in that sense, where they will overwrite the previous stream with a brand new updated one, and it's then automatically updated on your end. So yeah, the idea is that you will just copy and paste that link once and you never need to worry about it again. If you were using files, you would have to download and then upload those files and build them into playlists every hour. Yeah, there's none of that. This will be overwritten automatically. So find the news source you want to use and then save it. And then as for a package, I mean, you could just have it completely dry, just have that bulletin fading in and out, and that might be it for 2 or 3 minutes, totally up to you. Or you can make it sound like, you're listening to classic rock radio news presented by Phil, whatever like that. So what you want to do for that is adding in an intro, an outro, and maybe a bit of background audio. So I've actually got some examples here. I'm going to type in news. So I've got news intro. Yeah, perfectly good. I've also got news outro. Great. Background audio, I believe I also have news bed. There we go. So I'm building a bit of a package where rather than it just being just a newsreader's voice going in and out, it's actually got a bit of an engaging intro and outro. Maybe it's alluding to, it contains jingles for the station. It's alluding to all the programming coming throughout the day. And it's something that's a bit more engaging, arguably. So yeah, it's up to you. Use it like that if you wish. So once you've built the bulletin, the package, let's say, you now need to decide how frequently you want this news to play a part on your station. So the options are, you can have this playing every hour, every day, all day, or you can have it playing between certain hours of the day as well. So here, every hour, all day, yeah, maybe, but I specifically want it just between specific hours here. So I'm going to have it play between, 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. There you go. That sounds pretty fair. Now, what days of the week do I want this to play? I could have it every day if I want to, but no, I'd rather just have it Monday to Friday. So my choices are, Monday to Friday between the hours of 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. Yeah, that sounds great. You can give it a name. So I'm just going to call this one, news, bulletins, and the artist is News Corp. Something sounds like something from RoboCop there. News Corp. There we go. And yeah, I would click on save, and it will then schedule in that news bulletin. Now, it won't display anything on the schedule because it's an automated feature. It's working in the background. So it just means at any hour that you've specified, the news bulletin will automatically fade in and fade out as instructed. And you can always come in and make any changes to it as and when. So yeah, if you feel a news broadcast, a news bulletin is essential for your community radio station, or giving more reasons arguably for people to stick around and listen to your station, then it's definitely worth checking out. And for more guides and tutorials just like this, head to our help center, help.radio.co. And until next time, take care and happy broadcasting. Want to take your radio station to the next level? Well, here at Radio.co, we don't just specialise in launching new radio stations, but elevating existing ones too. For example, do you have an internet radio station that doesn't seem to be hitting that audience you want? Are you unsure whether the branding or the content you've created is right? Are there just too many industry buzzwords and equipment types that you can't get your head around? Allow me to offer my expertise. For just $50, you can schedule in a 50-minute consultation with me to go through every aspect of your station, with the goal of refocusing and revitalizing your efforts to mold it into something that you're truly happy with. Even if you don't have a radio station or podcast yet, but you'd like some guidance on how to get off to a strong start, then please don't hesitate to get in touch. Don't let stress and small audience numbers get you down. Get in touch via studio@radio.co, and we'll put our heads together to turn this thing around.